seated. Enjoy the game and go Vikings! Officials for tonight's matchup: John Porter, John Porter's rep, Lane Cluck, umpire, Dave Vinton, the line judge, Steve Carson, head judge, Rick Lee, back judge. Entering the tunnel for tonight's contest. Not only are the varsity Vikings, but our Little League Vikings as well. They play this Sunday at 1 o'clock, 3rd and 4th grade, 5th and 6th grade following at 3. And the TV flag will follow that about 5:30. You're welcome to come and attend those fine games as well. Welcome to 2022 Vikings on your feet. Welcome round. We'd like you to pay attention to the 40-yard line. Tonight we're presenting our sponsors for the night are M&M Auto Repair, the UFCW Local, and Twin Oak Veneer will also be as one of our sponsors tonight. Let's give a round of applause for our sponsors for tonight's Viking Football Friday Night Lights. Also, our sponsors for the fireworks: Caudle Tipping, Bud's One Stop, Owings Trucking, Baker Trucking, Twin Oak Veneer, and MacArthur Lumber and Post. Also, there is a Where is the Beef fundraiser, Vinton County football. In this raffle, $20 ticket. Winner gets a half cow cut to your preference. Tickets are, again, $20. They're sold at the spirit table at each home game, or you can message us on Facebook to see a player or coach to purchase a ticket. This beef is provided by Fry Farms, butchered by Paul Creech. And the drawing will be held on October 14th. October 14th. So once again, courtesy announcement. The Vinton County class of 1973 will be celebrating the 50th anniversary. Homecoming activities next weekend. The class will meet here at the football game at 6 p.m. and then hold a reunion celebration at the MacArthur Fire Station on Saturday starting at 5 p.m. If you have any questions, contact the class of 73 Planning Committee, Roxanne P. Ward, Bev Allison Fawcett, Linda Steele Morgan, Donley Strong, Mary Murphy Conway, Richard Conway, Diana Burson Heyman, and Jeff Eberts for more information. Thank you. I'd like to introduce our cheerleaders tonight out on the field here on the track. Not in any particular order, but Piper Hayes, Bailey Williams, Allie Wilson, Cassie Peoples, Parker Mock, Cammie Ackley, Kelly Collins, Macy Montgomery, Lexi Hamilton, Maddie Channel Chanel, number 5, Haley Lee May, Nevaeh Newton, Lydia Mayers, I believe that's Cammie Ackley, right? Coaches Star Brown, Kelly Hayes, and our Viking mascot working the sidelines there. Go get them, Vikes.
Welcome, everybody, to Vinton County High School, BMG's live coverage of Viking football tonight. Nathan Lamb alongside my partner, Brad Rose. And tonight, the Vikings are taking on the Northwest Mohawks for the first time in program history. These two teams have never met. I'm not sure they've ever met in just about any sport, Brad, let alone football.
No, I don't recall. I'm sure there's a track meet or something in there somewhere that we're not aware of. But as far as basketball and football, I'm pretty sure we're correct in that, Nathan.
So the Vikings come into this game riding a 5-game winning streak. They're 5-1. Northwest 2-4 on the season, Brad, but that's a little deceptive as they've lost 2 games by a total of 2 points.
Yes.
That's 1 each, Brad, if you do the math.
Yeah, and I believe a missed field goal late last week. They had a chance to win that game and just didn't pan out for them. We've been in a few of those.
Yes, they dropped last week to Valley 7-6. And I believe it was week 2 of the season. They lost to McLean by a point as well. So this is definitely a team that is capable of pulling off a victory here tonight as we have non-conference action in week number 7 already, Brad. The Vikings looking to push their winning streak to 6 as the kick is away. Right down the middle of the field, picked up by Clayton Lester. And he's going to be hit and dropped at the 30-yard line. About a 5-yard return.
Special teams is a strong point with these Mohawks, Nathan.
So this is a team, Brad, we watched some film. These guys are big and they're physical. They like to hit. Their corners, maybe 2 of the best corners we'll see all season.
Agreed, and they like to blitz. They like to blitz. They like to bring those linebackers and blitz those B gaps. You're going to see a lot of that tonight.
So Sean Bourne's in the backfield. We've got 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Brown on Parker Schomborn's hip. And we've got a flag. And
encroachment.
Assuming someone was maybe lined up in the neutral zone for Northwest. So the Vikings will now have a 1st and 5 to start the game.
Not a bad way to start. That was a tight box, man. Offensive, defense, both. Right there within about 8 yards of the line of scrimmage.
1st and 5 from the 37-yard line.
Ball's at the 37. Sean Bourne in the backfield. He will take the snap, hand to Brown. Brown to the right side, hit and dropped. Big tackle there by Lentz, Brad. That's probably their best wide receiver on offense and one of their better tacklers on defense.
He is, and had he not broke down and got Garrett right there, Garrett might have rumbled for another 3 or 4 yards, picked up that 1st down.
So Brown picks up about 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. Habron in motion. There's a pass out to Habron, and he catches it but gets dropped by Runyon, and he lost a yard. So it'll now be 4th down and 4, Brad, at the 38-yard line. Looks like the Vikings are going to go for it.
Setting the tone early here, being aggressive. A little surprising.
There is 28 seconds on the play clock. Maybe they'll try to get, already got 1 5-yard penalty on the Mohawks. We'll see if they try to draw them off again and get the 1st down that way. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Sean Bourne in the backfield. There's a snap. Hand off to Brown. Straight up the gut. Hit. And he's going to be short by about a yard, Brad.
For the outside linebacker there. Just read that play out, come blitzing through the line.
Makes it 4th and 1.
Oh, that was 3rd down.
What did we miss here, Nathan?
I'm not sure. I thought that was 4th down.
4th and 1.
Okay.
I feel better about it.
And that there the if what I said last down, okay.
Yeah, it would've worked.
Yeah, okay.
It was preempted. But you saw those 2 linebackers right there, really aggressive, ready to come through those B gaps. You're going to see that all night long. They're going to be right up there in our face.
Look, it's week 7, Brad. I shouldn't be having those mistakes.
That encroachment start off the game.
Little odd.
Yeah, a little odd.
Little odd. All right, so the Vikings pick up the 1st down. There's been 2 encroachment penalties. Looks like there's a lineman offsides. They didn't call it, as Habron's going to be hitting the backfield. There was the defensive end on the near side for the Mohawks was lined up across the football. Not sure if you could see that on the camera.
This defensive unit for the Mohawks is aggressive. They're aggressive at the linebacker position and the ends. They're not soft anywhere.
The loss of 4 on the play. The Vikings with 3 wide receivers to the far side. Sean Bourne in an empty backfield. Looks like the Mohawks are going to blitz there, and Parker's going to keep it himself around the left side. Across the 50 to the 45 and out of bounds at the 44 near the 1st down.
Good
as
choice.
He was ran out by Lentz.
Good choice by Sean Bourne there. They keep coming and bringing everything through the line. Why not squirt out to the outside? Those corners were a little soft, and he was able to pick up the 1st there.
And the Vikings had trips to the far side, and they just ran away from everybody. So another big 3rd down and 1. And the same formation as last time. We'll see if Parker keeps it again. There's single coverage on everybody out there to that side.
A lot of confidence in those corners.
And they're going to hand it to Lane. And Lane dances ahead across the 1st down marker down to the 40. Picks up the 1st down.
Good strong run by the junior there. Good to have him back this week.
Not a Viking. 1st down.
8:53 to go, 1st quarter. No score here from Vinton County High School. And the Mohawks jump off sides again, Brad.
I know we've talked about in the past, what is it that coach works them on, during practice to make that such a happen quite so often?
I'm not sure, but they've obviously spent some time on something. So another 1st and 5 for the Vikings. Ball at the 35. 8:37 to go, 1st quarter. No score. Habern in motion. Schonborn hands it off. Hembry's got it. Makes one man miss and gets hit by 3 Mohawks. And brought down the 27 or 32. Sorry.
Was made by Colton Campbell. Gain of 3 on the play, which will make it second.
That's what we like to see. Second and a long 2. That's not a bad sight on second down.
2nd and 2 for Vinton County. All at the 32. 7:54 to go. First quarter. Hembry in motion. Schonborn looks that way. He throws deep. Habern is out there.
Get it.
He's got it for the score. Lane Habern and Parker Schonborn connects. Boom! 32-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings score first in week 7.
Mohawks sold out there to stop the run. Taking second short. We're probably running up the middle with Brown, and that was a good release by Habern there.
Early score update in the TVC Ohio. Athens leads Meg 7-0 with 11 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll try to keep you updated on those TVC scores, as everybody but us is in action tonight. And snaps back, kicks up. The kick is pulled left.
Kick was no good.
So it'll say 6-0 Vinton County with 7:42 to go.
Mark is 6. Vinton County, Northwest. Yes, scored.
Well, Brad, that drive aided by some penalties, but really kind of almost like the Vikings forced those penalties by whatever they're doing down there on the line.
They did, and that drive was indicative of kind of what we've seen over the last 3 or 4 games. You know, you get a little mix of the run, pop pass over the top, a few penalties, timely penalties for us, and the drive scored, a touchdown there. So can't complain. I'll take 6-0 at this point in the first.
Back for the kickoff for Northwest, Connor Lentz. Kicking off for the Vikings is Storm Hayerman.
That's not easy, Nathan. It's not an easy.
That's why we don't try.
Yes. Storm
kicks it off. Storm is he just needs one name. I mean, he's
absolutely. When you have a name like Storm, you don't need a last name.
You don't need a middle name.
No.
So 7:42 to go. First quarter. Vikings up 6-0. Getting around the league, Nelsonville, York, and Wellston are playing. Athens and Meigs and Alexander and River Valley. We'll try to keep everybody updated on those scores. As Storm pooches it, rolls it, and it's going to be picked up and dropped, and the Vikings have it.
Nice bounce. What a kick. Went about 10, 12 yards there. Took a little hop, took a second hop, and man, it just gave the receiving.
That's the second home game in a row we have had that happen, Brad. It happened against Athens. Now against Athens, I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the upback. That ball was kicked very, very hard and fast. Yeah. This just took a weird hop, and the Vikings were able to come up with the fumble. So that, you talk about a start, Brad. You score on your first drive, and now you've got a turnover, and you're already on your side of the field. Hembry in motion, Brown in the backfield. Schonborn takes the snap. They run in that same play. They are, and Lane Habern's wide open again. Habern catches it, and he's into the end zone for another score, Brad. 2 straight.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
How do you stop it? How do you stop it?
Well, first you're going to have to come out of that press that they got going on at the line.
Exactly right, Brad. And then this team saw film. Now, these two teams don't know each other. This is obviously the first time they ever played each other. They're not in the same conference. It's an hour and a half away. They've probably watched a lot of our games this year, and a lot of our games we run first. And we have thrown when we needed to, but you got to believe that they expected us to just be run first, and it's not been that way tonight. It's been in the air. Snaps back, kicks up, kicks Good this time as Abraham puts it through, and the Vikings lead 13-0 with 7:25 to go in the first quarter, Brad. Northwest, we've yet to see their offense. We've seen their defense, and overall they've done a really good job of run defense. It's just been those two big pop pass plays that they couldn't stop.
Yeah, I think they're selling out to stop the run because they know that's our first priority is trying to set up the run early and then go to that pass. But we're mixing in a little pass kind of early there, and you have to with the box being stacked like it has been there.
Right. Well, and you look at the last couple years, Brad. We didn't have that play. We didn't have whether we didn't have the personnel or we were just trying to build this offense from the ground floor, TJ's offense from the ground floor, and didn't want to pile too much up in the first year or two. You see them going to that more often, and you see that it's working.
It's been very, very inducive.
So there's another short kick picked up this time by the Mohawks, and they'll have the ball at the 45-yard line.
Punt was received by Ian Bratchford.
And we'll get to see Northwest
They'll begin their drive
on the offensive side for the first time tonight.
First and 10.
Very athletic quarterback and a couple of elite receivers. One especially has some. He gets into the wide open. He can make some space for himself with a little bit of wiggle.
Yeah, Lentz, very, very dangerous wide receiver. And they hand it off and met at the line and hit back was Campbell.
Colton Campbell.
And he got back to the line.
Tackle was made
not
by Eli Potter.
Maybe back to the line.
No gain on the play. Make it second down 10 from their 45-yard line.
Potter, first time we've heard him tonight. I'm sure we'll hear him a good bit more the rest of this game.
So Jake Brown, the 6'3", sophomore quarterback, they do have some youth out there, Brad, in key positions as there's a false start. And that big wide receiver, Lentz, the 6'3" wide receiver, the 180-pound senior, just jumped on a false start there with 6:47 left, and it's now second down and 15.
From the 40-yard line of the Mohawks.
Everything going the Vikings' way right now.
Yeah, Northwest big up front. And back to pass. And hit as he throws. It's going to sail out of bounds. Brown was looking for Bell.
Newman fell incomplete.
That was,
Make it third down 15.
was that 12?
It was 12.
We don't have a 12 on our roster.
12 is blank.
It is blank. So it's 33. And that's it.
Okay.
Every other number has a name. Third down and 15 from the 40-yard line. 6:11 to go. First quarter, Vikings up 13-0. Northwest going to try to pick up a first down here. They got trips to the near side. They're going to throw down the right side. Got a man open, and it's overthrown. As that was Runyon on the intended reception, and he had some space, but the ball just kind of sailed a little too far and to the right.
Had that ball been thrown closer to the hash and to the center of the field, he might have ran a ways on that one.
So Northwest will be forced to punt. Back to the Vikings. And the kick is away by number 12. And the ball takes a little bit of a Mohawk bounce to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will take over.
Very nice punt.
On the 24-yard line of the Vikings, which makes another Vinton County Viking. First down. First and 10 from their 24.
So, Brad, the Vikings, although favored in this game, we all thought that this could be close just because of the 2 one-point losses that Northwest had. But the Vikings have a chance to go up 3 scores here, and they're halfway through the first quarter. How important is this drive? Momentum is on their side.
Yeah, pretty important.
And the Vikings have been, ever since the fourth quarter of the Athens game, they have just been on fire on offense, as there's a flag. We've got a sideline warning against the Vikings, which we typically have one every game.
Sideline warning on the Vikings.
Well, we might want to clean that up a little bit.
No penalty on that warning.
Brown in the backfield. Next to Schonborn. Hayward in motion. Schonborn hands to Brown. Brown slips a tackle. He falls ahead to the 30-yard line. Again, good pursuit there by Runyon. He just couldn't make the tackle at the line, and Brown falls ahead. It's hard to stop Garrett Brown when he gets a step.
That's a big fullback or a big running back right there.
So the Vikings have it at the 30-yard line. 4:55 to go, first quarter. Hembry in motion. Handoff is to,
Nice.
That is Hembry with the ball. Hayburn was in motion, and Hembry picks up the first down.
Hembry very patient, waiting on his blocks.
Couple nice blocks to set, setting up there for the Vikings. And we've got a timeout by Northwest. As the Vikings, boy, Brad, they really haven't been stopped on offense tonight so far. What are you saying to your team right now if you're Coach Crabtree over there for Northwest? The first time you've ever been here. It's different surroundings. Probably the first time they've ever came into a game and got to see a fireworks show before the game actually started.
I'd say quite a few teams can say that.
So what do you think they're talking about over there right now, down 13-0 with 4:34 to go?
I'm sure coaches remind them, hey, there's a long way to go in this game. We're down not even 2 full scores. Settle in here. Let's get a stop, get the ball back, be who we are, and things will fall in place for them. This game's a long ways from being over.
So we want to thank our sponsors tonight: Lockard Insurance, Buckeye Construction and Restoration, SF Restoration, Steel Isle Construction, Strickland Sales, McWilliams Funeral Home, The Patio Grubs and Suds, Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce, DDF Seamless Gutters, Precision One Masonry, Spring Street Sports, and Corrine Smith Photography. Thank you to our sponsors tonight. After the timeout, the Vikings back on the field, and they draw the Mohawks offsides for a 4th time, Brad.
Coach might not have mentioned about let's try to be a little more disciplined on snap count.
I think he left that out on that.
He might have left that out.
We've done it a lot, Brad. We did it 3 times to Nelson York last year on the opening drive, but I'm not sure we had any more of that game. This may be the most I've ever seen in one game. So 1st and 5 for the Vikings. Handoff is to Brown. He's going around to the left side, and he's going to be brought down right at the sticks. And it looks like he'll pick up another first down.
Yeah, it looks like it's first.
And they're going to say, are they going to measure?
Wow.
Is this it'd be the first measurement of the year?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. First time having our
brand new chains. We get an up close and personal look at them here.
Yeah, get our chain guys out there. Get them a little bit of
those
publicity.
Those things do look nice.
They're flipping it over to first down.
Oh, are they?
Nope.
No, they're going
it over to first down. Well, they're coming out to measure.
Jake's just ahead of the game.
Well, he's just saying it's first down, fellas.
Yeah, he knows.
It's first down.
He's right there. He can see.
Neither one of those two fellas carrying those chains are in a big hurry, are they?
You want to give a shout-out to the chain gang, Brad?
Yeah, you got Mr. Jimmy Schonborn and Mr. Jason Newsom there, and over on the stick is Jake Brown. And then you also have the 42-year tenured Gary Hale.
42 years.
42 years he's been doing the chains.
It'll be 2nd down and very short.
So it's about maybe 2 inches short.
So see, Jake, I'm going to have to get on Jake. He wasn't right.
Well, he's getting older. His eyes probably don't work as well as they used to. Nelsonville York leads Wellston 8-0. That's in the first quarter. That game at Nelsonville, the second time Wellston's played at Nelsonville this year as they beat the Alexander Spartans over there a couple weeks ago. Schomburn takes the snap. They're looking to pass here. And they got a wide open wide receiver down the middle of the field. It's caught by Owen Heyer. He slips the tackle. He's across the 15, down to the 10, and tackled there by Luke, the 5'8 senior.
Nice tackle by him because Owen Heyer is a load to tackle it. Probably, 6'4" and close to 100, if not more than 200 pounds.
For another Viking first down.
Are you surprised on second down and an inch that they
Yeah,
went for the dagger there, the
Coach-
trickeration?
Coach is putting some stuff on film here that we're not used to seeing early on downs.
Vikings in the I formation from the 10-yard line. Usually this is a situation where they run it with Parker, but it's usually when he only needs a yard or two. And he's going to hand off. Habron's got it. And he gets hit and dropped after a pickup of 2 by Runyon. Did you see the speed back to the line by Habron? 3:14 to go first quarter. 13-0 Vikings lead. Looking to tack on here.
Runyon very good sealing that edge and just rolling out with the halfback there.
The ball on the 7-yard line. Vikings back in the shotgun. Schomburn with Brown next to him in the backfield. And the handoff is to Brown. Brown bounces off a man, gets hit, and tackled at the 2-yard line by Jake Brown. Not our Jake Brown, but their Jake Brown. I'd say if it was our Jake Brown, he would have just stepped aside and let him run right on into the end zone.
I don't think Jake's going to be making any tackles anytime soon.
So again, the Vikings looking to add on to this lead. Third down and goal from the 2. Will they kick a field goal if they don't get it here?
Wouldn't that be fun to see?
If they do, I hope they center the ball a little more than where it's at right now with 2:09 left. In the first quarter, Vikings snap. Brown runs it, and he's going to take it down to the 1, Brad, as he's tackled by Runyon.
He tried. He drug everybody he could with him.
So now what do? You sneak it with Parker?
Yeah, it's been your bread and butter so far this year. When you need a yard, he's been able to pretty much get all of them. I say you go for it.
Well, and here's the thing. The Mohawks' only offensive drive this game, they went backwards. So if they don't get it here, and Schomburn sneaks it in, and he's got the score. Don't even need to finish that comment, Brad, as the Vikings punch it in. And it's now 19-0. And we're going to go for 2 to try to make it 21-0 here in the first quarter with 1:35 to go. Boy, Brad, this is...
It's not what I expected.
That's exactly the words I was getting ready to say. I thought this was going to be a battle, and so far the Vikings have just dominated.
Yeah, I mean, the Mohawks' offensive and defensive line, I thought were some of their strong assets, and they match up very well with us size-wise and physicality.
So Brown in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the far or to the near side. See if anybody goes in motion here. And Hembry does. And they're going to pass it.
There.
As that's Habron. Parker's going to take it himself. He's going to get hit and drive. And he's going to be brought down. Short of the line. So it'll be 19-0.
It was there, and he just took that slight hesitation where he wasn't sure if he wanted to throw the ball up and over top, or he could have cut inside and probably dove and been there.
I think he had an angle for Habron there. But like you said, kind of just made that decision just a hair too late.
Yeah.
And got stood up at the 1-inch line. But the Vikings do score, and they're up by 19 points now with 1:35 to go. Again, the Vikings looking for their 6th straight win, Brad.
When's the last time you've said that?
When's the last time I've said that?
Yeah.
I believe I was in the
I saw you post this.
4th grade.
Yeah, I saw you post this. So what year was that?
It was 1996.
Okay. I might have been a little bit older than that. I was in school, but no, it wasn't.
Wow.
Well, I was thinking maybe I was in college, but I was out of college by then. So,
Jeez.
Am I aging myself? Dating myself a little bit? I'm old.
I feel old. Did you bring sleeves tonight?
I did bring sleeves tonight. Did you?
I did. Beautiful weather here.
Oh, it's fall football weather.
I mean,
now,
it's
brother.
been great every week so far this season, Brad.
And you know what? Last year we didn't have a rain game all season. We've been fortunate this year.
And knock on wood.
Well,
The Vikings going to kick it off here, and they kick it. This time, directional kick to Boston. Faulkner picked that one up.
That wasn't the easiest thing to try to field right
no,
there.
that one had some mustard on it, as they'd say, Brad. 1:33 to go, first quarter, 19-0. The Vikings lead. Looks like the Hillside's having a good time tonight. Boy, what do you think? When I was a kid, Brad, and I'd come to these games, and you're running around and paying half attention to the game, and we've got kids over there playing football. That's what we would do. But you get a fireworks show.
Yeah.
We never got a fireworks show.
No. One time a year, and that was July 4th weekend.
There's a counter play, and the Vikings are all over that.
Sniffed that one out early.
I thought it was. Saw Glover in there on that one. No.
That was, yeah, Glover.
Yeah, it was Glover.
Yeah, it was Glover.
That's nice to see. So 2nd down and 10, Mohawks trying to find something on offense here. Late in the first quarter, we're under a minute to play. Brown's back to pass, throws, caught over the middle,
nice
big
catch.
stick, and dropped by Brady Wotes.
Wow.
What a hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
My goodness. That was a
Brad,
stick.
I don't know if I've seen a hit that big on this field.
No, that was a great, put his head down, wrapped up, and just drove right through him.
That's a hard-earned 3-yard pickup.
It was.
3rd down, 7.
Wow, that's going in the highlight reel.
Yeah.
Woo.
That looked good on college film.
Hopefully it looked good out there for everybody watching, because it looked nice from the top of the press box. So a big 3rd down and 7 for the Mohawks. Brown back to pass. He rolls to the right side. He's got some space if he wants to run.
Oh, he got hit from behind.
Got hit by Reagan Newsom, and the ball flutters far as Newsom tracked him down.
Very cerebral football player. Knew that arm was getting ready to come up and pass. Tried to get that mid out there over that bicep and slow that arm down.
I thought for a moment Brown was going to tuck it and run. He had quite a bit of space over there. Maybe not enough to pick up the 1st down, but definitely could have made it interesting on 4th down. And now with the ball at the 50-yard line, we got another timeout by Northwest. Are they gonna go for it?
Into the first quarter.
Oh, that's the end of the first quarter, Brad. Second mistake of the night for myself.
I would never point that out, Nathan.
Yeah. 19-0, the end of the first quarter. Vikings lead. Week 7. And this is a non-conference contest, but just as important nonetheless in terms of seeding in the playoffs, which we'll talk more about. We'll pay more attention to those games that are important in Division 4, Region 15. And, Brad, we've talked about it the last couple of years in terms of playoffs, but it's been a while since the Vikings were actually in contention to break into the top 8 in the playoffs. And quite frankly, it's been since 2004. The Vikings qualified 6th that year, or finished in 6th place in Division 3 that season. The highest we've been since, I believe, is 10th. Yeah. And that was a season that they only took 8 still, so we didn't even make it that year. But it's kind of neat to be able to have your focus on other teams because it's important to you.
Well, not only that, we're rooting for teams we beat to get some wins and help us out with those secondary points.
Athens leads Meg 7-6 after 1 as we start second quarter action. And there's a pass on 4th down. It's caught and hit, this time by number 10, Milliken. And the gain of about 1 is not going to be enough. The Vikings are going to take over on downs.
I said something pregame, some of the guys down in the booth, that I felt like our DBs were going to be tested a little bit. Well, right now they're showing up and playing and doing some things that they haven't had to do a whole bunch this season, and that's make open field tackles, and they're looking good right now.
So the Vikings take over, 11:37 to go. We just started the second quarter. Fairland leads South Point 7-6. That's in the second, Brad. That's South Point's surprising some people this year. Nelson York all over Wellston, 21-0 in the first quarter. Colgrove leads Gallia Academy 12-7 in the second quarter.
Very surprising.
Unigoto 14, Adena 0. Sheridan, another team in Region 15, leads Philo 7-0.
Projected number 1 seed.
And Jackson all over Miami Trace 21-0 as Hembry gets the handoff. He cuts back and gets tripped up just past the 50. He'll be brought down at the 46-yard line.
He could have just spun or just a little to the left there. He would have ran to the end zone.
Hamilton Township leads Circleville 8-0, and there is a flag. And there's going to be blocking the back against the Vikings.
Flag on the play, hold on the Vikings.
Hillsborough and Washington tied at 6. Waverly all over Memphis 19-0.
So the first down 20.
A battle in the SVC. Huntington leads Southeastern 15-6. That game just over 20 minutes up 50 over at Southeastern.
I'm sure that's a really competitive game.
I expect it to be as Habron goes in motion. And he'll come back. 10 seconds on the play clock. Vikings looking for the signal there. Schonborn with 2 wide to the far side. He's trying to send Habron back in motion. He does. He does get the snap off with 1 second left. He looks to pass. This time it's covered by number 24, Reese Luke. And he nearly picked that one off. They did a very, very exceptional job on that play, defending the pass there, Brad. That was probably the first time tonight that we haven't connected.
It is.
Morgan leads New Lexington 14-6. Habron's got it. And he's flipped up into the air.
Up into
brought down at the 39-yard line. That was,
Tackle was made
I believe.
by Andrew Newman. Pick up a 3 on the play. Makes it third down.
About 17.
17.
So the Vikings will have third down and long. I think for the first time tonight. 10:21 to go. And if you're the Vikings, you can really do some damage here if you can get another score on the board. Parker rolls to his right. He throws deep. Got a man open.
Got
just overthrown. That was to Moeller.
Moeller got turned to the inside, and Parker had thrown it to the outside shoulder. By the time he turned back around, he couldn't track it.
We'll make it fourth down.
So 10:04 to go in the first half. From Vinton County High School, the
Vikings going to punt formation.
Mohawks, we'll see if they can get something going on offense.
Number 1, Connor Lentz is deep.
Not been much there for him tonight, Brad.
No, but last possession, a few positive plays. Now you've stopped Vinton County. Now you got to build on that. You just got to get a little longer possession here, move the ball down the field, flip the field, and maybe things will flip to your favor.
And the punt, it's dropped and slips down to the ground as Lentz, and that's not a good start as he tried to field that ball about the 25-yard line. It was a nice job of getting back control of the football, but then when he tried to take a step, he just slipped and fell. Could have been disastrous for Northwest. So they'll start this drive at the 24. And there's a handoff. And hit and drop by Hembry was Jake Brown. No, correction, that was Runyon. The 6'4 junior, Carter Runyon. And you just look at these two teams, Brad. Northwest, they look a little bigger than the Vikings.
They do. Like I said, coming in, like the whole bottom third of their list, their player list, were all over 200 pounds. They're big. Brown hands.
And dragging tacklers is Runyon. And he picks up a few yards there out to the 32, and it'll be third down and 2.
Pick up a 4 on the play, make it second down 2.
9:03 to go. Clock rolling. Second quarter, 19-0. Vikings lead Northwest. Again, Brad, this the first ever meeting against these two, and I believe it's just a one-off. This will not we will not return Another big hit there. We will not return to Northwest next year as Runyon picks up a first down. He gets it out to the 35-yard line. Is that the first down for Northwest tonight?
I believe it is. I believe it is.
So 8:30 to go, second quarter. Northwest trying to get something going here on offense.
8 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half.
And the Mohawks 2-4 on the season, but could just as easily be 4-2 right now, Brad, and it has to be disappointing for Northwest fans as there's a swing pass out to Runyon, and he's got it, gets hit, fumbles the ball. I believe he was down. They throw the beanbag. So we'll see what they say. Looked like he was down, but
the back judge threw a flag, but I think it was intended.
He was trying to throw the beanie, I believe. So Runyon picks up 6 yards.
Quick clarification. Earlier we talked about the freshman Adam Glover making a tackle, 71. It looks a lot like Ashton Allman to me standing down there in 71. He's normally 58. I'm not sure. I don't see 58 out there.
Yeah, I think that is Ashton.
Either that or Adam definitely grew and gained a little weight.
There's a handoff. Runyon up the gut, gets hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage, and they throw him back. Who was that? That was
your Potter did that.
That was Eli Potter. Wow.
Man, I mean,
we've seen some big sticks, not just by the Vikings, but the Mohawks are a hard-hitting team as well.
Both defenses bringing it tonight.
I don't think we've seen this kind of contact all season.
No, you could probably encapsulate the entire season so far, and you wouldn't seen the kind of hitting we've seen so far in this first half.
Absolutely. 6:42 to go, first half. Trips to the far side for Brown. And he throws that way. It's caught by Runyon.
Nice
Runyon
screen.
makes a man miss. And that was Lentz.
Beautiful little screen pass there. That was well designed.
One missed tackle away from breaking that for a score for Northwest. As the Mohawks are starting to get things going, Brad. They're starting to get a little confidence on offense. They're at the 48-yard line. Their side of the field.
First down from the Viking 47-yard line.
And there's a crisscross play. Lentz has it. He gets maybe 2 on the play as he cuts it up the gut. As we're nearing the 6-minute mark in the second quarter, Potter with back-to-back tackle. Well, man, 2 tackles in the last 3 plays.
That kid is a spark plug now. Spark plug of the defense.
Ball on the 45, second down and 8 for Northwest. They're bunched, and the handoff is time to Runyon. He's going to try to get the corner. He does and gets hit. That was Lester on the hit, and he picks up about 4 yards. So Runyon starting to have some success on the ground here in this drive.
Mohawks are starting to move the ball real well.
So it'll be 3rd and 4, and definitely 2-down territory here. As barring a major loss on this play, I would expect Northwest to go for it on 4th. If they don't pick this up, 4th down and 4 from the 41. 5:05 to go, first quarter.
Trips to the short side.
He's looking that way. He throws over the middle, and it's tipped up and almost caught.
Hunter Milliken had a chance at that ball.
Again, we don't have a name for number 33. See if the PA says it. They do not. So they have the same list we have.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It was a decent pass just off the fingertips. And then once that ball got batted up, you got to kind of hold your breath if you're Northwest.
Thought maybe number 10 had an opportunity.
But Brad, against Unioto in week 1, it went the opposite way for us, a batted ball. So,
which resulted in a touchdown the next play.
Yeah,
it's probably the difference in blemish on this 5-1 season.
Yeah. All right, Mohawks, 4th down, 4 yards from 41. And they are going to be called for a false start. Delay a game. So the Vikings players were pointing, and I thought they were pointing at the offensive line for the Mohawks, but they were actually pointing at the far side. They were pointing at the play clock. So now do you punt it if you're Northwest? It's 4th down and 9 from the 46.
You're on our side of the field. You got to get something to get this offense going. You might as well go for it.
So just under 5 minutes, 4:59 to go in the first half here from Vinton County. 19-0, the Vikings lead this non-league game. In the first ever meeting between these two. Hunter takes the snap. He looks. He throws.
One-on-one.
Got a man open and incomplete. Brown's pass falls. Incomplete, and the Vikings will take over with 4:53 to go at the 46-yard line. And Brad, the last Viking drive didn't go anywhere.
No.
What do you think we're going to see on this drive?
Probably more of what we saw the previous 3 possessions and less of what we saw on the last one, which was, it wasn't a 3-and-out, though, was it? We had one first down.
So the Vikings have trips to the far side, stacked receivers out that way. Brown in the backfield next to Parker Schonborn. And they look to the screen pass that it's caught. And slipping one tackle, getting hit after about a yard. Was that Hembry?
It was Hembry.
That was Habron. Again, we're in the grays again. Beautiful looking jerseys, just a little hard to see from up here.
See the numbers up here. One thing we haven't touched on much, the offensive line is giving Parker plenty of time. They're protecting him well tonight.
Absolutely, yes. 2nd down and 9. Schonborn hands to Brown. Brown around the right side. And he's ridden down by Runyon. But not after about a 7-yard gain.
Garrett Brown's about due to break a big one here.
7 on the play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Inside of 4 minutes now.
3rd down, 4.
3:47 to go on the clock. Big 3rd down here. Schonborn takes the snap. Hands to Brown. Brown runs straight up the gut. Picks up the 1st down. Just like last play, Runyon with the tackle. But not after a 1st down by the Vikings. Down to the 41-yard line. 3:32 to go in the first half. The Vikings up 19-0.
Runyon has to have 7 or 8 tackles already in this game.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely the leading tackler for maybe both sides.
Yeah, he's already got his hands on his hips. He's starting to feel it.
3:15 to go. First half. Logan leads Marietta 10-0 as Schonborn takes it straight up the gut. He's brought down. He's up about 4 on the play. Brought down by Jackson Powell for Northwest. I say that, Brad, because on Southeast Ohio Preps, I'm in the Pick'em contest. And
who might be leading the Pick'em contest?
Well,
Nathan?
Me.
Of course.
But that was a game that I had Logan winning. And I thought about it all day. And you know what I did about 2 o'clock today?
You changed it.
I switched it to Marietta, and now Logan's on top 10-0. And that was a 2-pointer, too. And that hurts.
Why do you second-guess yourself?
I shouldn't. Hand off. Habron cuts back. And he's close to the 1st down. Boy, that didn't look like a cutback like Nick Chubb. I've never seen it.
It did, and that's something that's different for the junior this year. In years past, he wouldn't let those blocks develop, and he'd just run right into the backs of them. Now he takes the extra step, cuts, and, man, he's always good for 5 or 6 yards.
Great vision as Meggs now pulls ahead of Athens 14-13, Brad. Wow. That's Meggs just started out hot against Nelsonville York last week, so
did 14-0.
I don't know if I'm so surprised as Schonborn keeps it and he'll pick up the 1st down. Across the 30 down to the 29, and there's 1:47 to go. The Vikings have all 3 timeouts, so no need to hurry right here. 19-point lead. Score here, put you in a real good position at halftime.
Yeah, you're going to feel really good going into the half.
The Mohawk 29-yard line.
So Trips will see if they throw it deep here on 1st and 10 from the 29. Schonborn with Brown next to him. Brown's going to run it right behind. Parker's going to run it right behind Brown, and he runs it across the 25, just inside the 25. And it'll be second down and 6. 1:14 to go, clock still rolling.
Second down, 6.
And once it gets under a minute, you'll see the Vikings start to call timeouts as we are at 1:04. 1 minute to go, first half. 19-0 Vikings lead. Looking to add on here. Again, they're taking their sweet time, and they call timeout. So Brad, about 25 seconds ran off the clock.
I don't know what the confusion was.
Now the Vikings with 2 timeouts left. Now the clock kind of is something you got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's going to affect your play calling a little bit, being inside that 1 minute mark with only 2 timeouts left and still 25-plus yards to go.
So again, Brad, we talked about this Vikings defense. They've pitched a few shutouts this season, a couple games only giving up a score.
What are we giving up average? Like right around 8?
Play.
8 something?
So I believe it was before
Alexander?
Before the Athens game, it was 8 points even, I believe. Or maybe after. I'd have to look at that, Brad.
I was thinking it was like 8.3 afterwards. And
ill prepared. Now, the school record is 3.6, and I don't know if that'll ever get touched.
I don't know about that.
It's 3.6 points a game. That is. You remember who did that?
We've had this conversation before, and I'm going to say no. I don't remember.
1991 10-0 Vikings.
Well, that might have been my senior year, even though I didn't play.
There's a pass, Hembry, just out of reach. As they went for the score there, and a nice thrown ball, just a little out of reach with Hembry.
A little bit.
Makes it third down, 6.
And how difficult is that for Parker? Because you've got a guy like, and I'm not saying Owen Heyer slow, but you got a guy like Owen Heyer out there catching passes. You got a guy out there like Eli Potter. You got a guy out there like Lane Hayburn. And then you got a guy out there like Matt Hembry, who is clearly the fastest player on the team. Do you just learn how to adjust to that during the game, or is it something they work on in practice? I mean, how does he figure that out?
I'd say he figures it out in practice. Uh-oh.
And that one's just a little deep. Back to Hembry.
Maybe he thought Hembry ran a 4.6 flat there, or 4.5 something. But, yeah, he's got to put the touch on some of these balls, and he does. And then other ones he's got to fire right in there because you don't know, you're throwing it to Clayton Lester or whoever it might be.
So a big play here. Now it's 4th down as the Vikings have taken 2 shots to the end zone. We'll see if they take another as it's 4th and 6. And Brad, you've passed it twice now. Maybe a good time to run a sweep or run a keeper with
an RPO of some kind.
Yeah, with Parker as Brown's in motion. And the Vikings, I believe, have 2 timeouts left. There's 5 seconds left on the play clock. Down to 3, 2, 1.
Got to get it. And
they just get it off. And Parker's going to keep it.
He should pick it up.
Blocks by Brown. He cuts back. He gets the first down as he gets hit at the 15. So, Brad, the Vikings call timeout with 36 seconds left. That's something that I kind of thought in my mind, okay, you've opened it up with the pass the last 2 times. It's 4th and 6. You got to expect another pass to the end zone, and the Vikings did just exactly what I thought they might do, and that was a keeper with Schonborn, knowing that he has the potential not only to break a big play, but definitely potential to pick up 6 yards when he's running behind Garrett Brown.
It's not hard when you're running behind the big back.
20 seconds left in the first half.
So again, the Vikings trying to go up by at least 25 here. The Mohawks will get the ball first in the 3rd quarter, so it's very important that the Vikings can put some points on the board because
this could very easily be a stop for the Northwest and come out and score on the first possession and be a
the Vikings
14
had a 2-score lead against the Bulldogs at halftime the last time we were here 2 weeks ago, and we all know how that 3rd and early 4th quarter went for Athens. Kind of a letdown by the Vikings, and the Bulldogs made it the game before the Vikings pulled away late. It's something that you don't want to see repeated tonight. You would like to see them just continue to push that throttle and build this lead. And if they can score before the end of the first half, you got to like their chances. Parker running to the left. He's going to
Pull it
keep
down.
it across the 10-5 and ran out of bounds by Runyon. Good sportsmanship helps him up. He's down at the 4-yard line. They're going to say the 3-yard line. So 30 seconds left, Brad. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 3 with 1 timeout in your pocket. No negative plays, no turnovers here, and you should be okay. The Vikings definitely inside field goal range as well.
From the 3-yard line.
You honestly should have 4 shots at it right here.
Yeah, you're going to have the Vikings line up the I formation. The last time they lined up this in this set, the tailback ran it. We'll see if Parker sneaks it. He doesn't. He hands it to the fullback this time, and Garrett Brown dances his way into the end zone, and the Vikings score again. It's now 25-0 with 27 seconds left in the first quarter.
You couldn't have scripted it much better if you're a Vikings fan.
27 seconds left on the clock. It's Vinton County 26. Northwest got the score. Lining up for the extra point.
With the offense starting to put up some points here, we may have to start rationing some of these fireworks.
We're going to need more sponsors. Yeah. They'll sell all the fireworks we want to buy, Brad,
They will.
as long as we got the money.
We might be out there with sparklers week 10.
Oh, jeez. And there's a good kick by Hayburn. And it's 26-0. The 27 seconds left in the first quarter. The Vikings all over the Mohawks, Brad. There's been 2 drives the Vikings haven't scored in that first half. The rest were through the air and on the ground. Nice mix tonight.
It's been a nice mix the last 3 weeks. I think the offensive play calling has been on point by this staff. Looked really good.
We'll try to find some scores from around the TVC. Nelson v. York leads Wellston 21-0. Now, Brad, that's in the second quarter. Last year in the second quarter, I believe it was like 52-0. So what a vastly improved team from Wellston that we've seen this season.
It has been, and correct me, they have 3 wins or 2 wins so far this season.
They're 3-3.
That's what I thought. I mean, you couldn't have asked for any better. Vast improvement. They look, they're not looking bad.
Alexander leads River Valley 7-0 in the second quarter. A shootout down in Bidwell as the kick is picked up.
Number 1 picks up the kickoff.
And what are we blowing the whistle for? I believe the referee thought that
Number 1 took the knee.
Runyon was on the sideline, and he was nowhere near the sideline. So that took away an opportunity for a return for Northwest, unfortunately. I believe the referee was expecting Runyon to let the ball roll out of bounds. And so at the last moment he picks it up, and the referee had already committed in his own mind to blow the whistle. I believe that's what happened. But you could tell as soon as he blew it that he didn't mean to.
Yeah, you can tell right now he's resentful for it. But
it's about like Jim Joyce blowing that perfect game in Detroit.
That?
Yeah, I remember that. It was against the Cleveland.
That's the only reason I said it. I was rubbing it in.
Yeah, hey, guess what? In the history books of MLB, we had a hit, baby.
Yeah.
We had 1 hit.
2-yard line.
That's all you got, 1 hit?
Well, you avoided the no-no.
Yeah. 27-0 now. Nelson v. York leads Wellston. They must have heard that stat I just said as they tack on another one.
Really? A re-kick?
And I'm fine with that.
And that may have been a sportsmanship thing.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm sure both coaches agreed it was, unnecessary.
Yes. So I completely 1,000% am okay with that.
Good,
because
good.
Officials, they mess up too.
Yeah.
We mess up, players mess up, officials mess up, and it's just good to see them be able to at least give them the opportunity.
Yeah, rectify. That's a good call by the officials there and both staffs.
Now will the Vikings kick an onside kick?
No, please. This is okay.
Well, 34 seconds left in the first half. The Mohawks, I think, have burned 2 timeouts. I believe they have 1 left, Brad. I would really love if we could maybe get the boosters to get a scoreboard up there that has the timeouts on it.
Well,
that'd be nice. We got new sticks, so might as well, maybe even put it over here so the hillside can see, or maybe get a small one on the back of that one for the hillside.
Yeah, so the tailgate area can see the score.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll spend all your money, Brad.
That's all right.
Spend all
That's
the
what it's here
money.
for.
Need to get a fountain machine up here. And
it would be nice. Maybe just a concession area up here on the booth.
Yeah. And the Vikings onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by Vinton County, Brad.
You called it. I mean, it's great. I feel great for Vikings fans, but I don't know. I feel like we slide them a little bit there by the re-kick.
Okay, well, here's what we do. We take a knee, we go into halftime.
Yeah.
Just take a knee, go into halftime, and it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, right.
You obviously don't want to give up a return there. So I understand.
No.
We've kicked it on the ground all night long. We have been burnt, and you talked about this special teams for Northwest being dangerous.
Yeah, they have been on film. They were very dangerous special teams.
So we're going to run a play, and we're going to run it deep. And Parker's going to throw to the end zone.
To score.
And it's going to be dropped.
Oh, wow.
So Habron just through the hands.
That was a throw there, man. That was a launch.
That was about a 40-yard
pass. Right at about 40 yards
40,
in the air.
Yeah, it was 45. So 17 seconds left. Vikings down to 1 timeout. The ball is at the 44-yard line after they pick up the onside kick on the second kickoff.
Yeah.
Brad, I am unbelievable at picking plays tonight. I'm not normally this good, but doing a pretty good job.
Why don't you pick some numbers for the lottery?
Tried that. Schomburn rolls. Will he run?
Run it, bud.
He does. And he's going to run out of bounds. Smart play. Gets out of bounds with 10 seconds left. And now, after watching him throw it to the end zone from the 44-yard line, they're at the 33. Definitely has an opportunity to throw one deep to the end zone here. But again, you don't want to get, I don't even want to say it. You don't want to give up. We saw a 103-yard return at Meigs by the Vikings. You don't want that to happen.
No. No, you don't want to throw it up.
You don't want to get too greedy, basically.
Yeah, you don't want to throw it up and have one of their defenders return it for a pick six.
So 3rd down and 4, that's not really important. There's 10 seconds left before the end of the first half. Northwest in the prevent, and the Vikings pitch it to Hembry, and it's over his head out of bounds. So
ball's headed for the parking lot.
Mohawks with 5 guys back at the 20-yard line. So they're basically saying, hey, throw it underneath and we'll tackle you.
Prevent, deep prevent.
So it's now 4th down, 6 seconds left.
I say you roll out here, burn most of the clock off. You don't want to throw this ball and give it back to him,
Well, could you set up a screen here?
Yeah, you could do that.
Northwest a little tighter formation this time. Oh, and the snap's over Parker's head.
Just get on it.
Oh, and a big hit on Parker.
Again, you got what I think will go back to 2 seconds. And now they have the opportunity to do what we were attempting to do. So,
following the fumble on the play, Northwest recovers. They'll begin 1st down.
So the Mohawks will have it after the high snap. And also, Parker took a shot on that play that you never want to see.
Yeah, you don't want to see your quarterback getting hit like that.
So the Vikings try to pick up a score and come up short. And now you'll see Northwest. And again, Brad, Lentz, really good hands, and he's 6'3", so we'll see if they throw it up to him. On this play here is Northwest going to try to get on the board. And they got a man open.
It's got a shot.
And it's caught down inside the 10. Runyon with the catch, the 6'3" sophomore. So, Brad, good coverage just saved the Vikings from giving up 7 points. As Hembry was right there with them. But that's something maybe you'll see a little bit more of the seam route there in the second half by Northwest, Brad.
good-looking ball. Had that been a little more to the inside, I think maybe he could have been in a foot race with Hembry towards the end zone.
Absolutely. So it's halftime. The Vikings lead 26-0. And we will see if we get the stats. I'm sure Luggs is working on those right now. This is what we'll do. We'll step aside. We'll have the stats when we come back at the end of halftime. We will step aside and let you all enjoy the bands. Northwest did not bring a marching band tonight, so the Vikings, they get the entire show to themselves. So we'll let everybody enjoy the Vinton County Marching Vikings here at halftime, and we'll be back with second half action. This is BMG Media's coverage of Vinton County Vikings football.
We proudly present the 2023 Vinton County Marching Vikings! Let's go party. Let's all celebrate our goodhood with the hit from the Pregame movie, sung by Ryan Gosling. I'm just Ken. Away with Do Or Be All. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention and applause. We are the 2023 Vinton County Marching Vikings! Next week is homecoming week. There's a Powder Puff football game Monday night here at the high school, 6 to 8. Admission is $2. Friday night, homecoming night, River Valley comes for a conference matchup. Vinton County Lady Vikings volleyball has a match tomorrow with Chesapeake. JV begins at 10 o'clock here in the high school gymnasium. During homecoming week, they will be traveling twice. Again, an announcement for the Vinton County High School class of 1973. We'll be celebrating their 50th class anniversary homecoming activities next weekend. The class will meet at the football game at 6 p.m. and then hold a reunion celebration Saturday night starting at 5 at the MacArthur Fire Station. Questions or concerns on how you might help, contact the Class of 73 Planning Committee, Roxanne P. Ward, Bev Allison Fawcett, Linda Steele Morgan, Donley Strong, Mary Murphy Conway, Richard Conway, Diana Burson Heyman, and Jeff Everts for more information. Again, thankful for our game sponsors tonight, M&M Auto Repair, UFCW Local, Twin Oak Veneer. Also, again, our fireworks sponsors, provided by Deep South Fireworks, sponsored by Carvel Chipping, Bud's One Stop, Owings Trucking, Baker Trucking, Twin Oak Veneer, and MacArthur Lumber and Post. And again, I want to thank our chain gang, Jake Brown, Jimmy Schonborn, Jason Newsom, and Gary Hale. One last time, where's the beef fundraiser? Vinton County Football. Have a beef butchered and packaged to your liking. Beef is donated by Fry Farms, butchered by Paul Creech. Drawing will be held October the 14th, and you can buy $20 tickets. They're sold here at the Spirit Table each home game, or you can message the football team on Facebook or see a player or coach to purchase a ticket. And last but not least, the Split the Pot winning ticket number tonight. Split the Pot winning ticket number is 818536. Once again, it's 818536. If you have that ticket, you can take it over to the discus throw area, and Mrs. Copper will meet you there with your winning prize. Again, the ticket is 818536. Thank you.
Welcome back to Vinton County High School. BMG Media's live coverage of Vinton County Vikings football. Nathan Lamb alongside my partner Brad Rose, and we've got some first half stats. In the game, the Vikings lead 26-0 here at the half. First down, these are team stats. First downs, Northwest with 3, Vinton County with 12. Rushes, 8 for the Mohawks for 18 yards, 25 for the Vikings for 99 yards. Passing yards, 61 for Northwest and 133 for the Vikings. Northwest is 5 of 10 through the air. The Vikings 5 of 11 through the air. Total offensive plays, 18 for 79 yards for Northwest, 36 plays for 212 yards for the Vikings. Let's see here. Vikings controlled the time of possession in the first half, 14:57 to 9 minutes and 3 seconds for Northwest. Northwest with 6 penalties in the first half. The Vikings with only 1. Red zone scores. The Vikings have been in the red zone twice and scored both times. No sacks in the first half by either team. Scoring for the game so far, all Vinton County. First quarter, the 7:42 mark, Lane Habron with a 32-yard pass reception from Parker Schonborn made it 6-0 Vikings. The drive was 8 plays, 68 yards, and took 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Quickly, at the 7:25 mark of the first quarter, after the onside kick, fumble return or recovery by the Vikings, Lane Habron with a 41-yard pass reception from Parker Schonborn. It was 1 play, 41-yard drive, took 12 seconds.
That's crazy.
With the 1:35 mark in the first quarter, Parker Schonborn with a 1-yard run. And that was an 8-play, 76-yard drive that took up 3 minutes and 44 seconds, and that ended the first quarter scoring at 19-0. And the only score in the second quarter at the 27-second mark, Garrett Brown with a 3-yard run. And Cooper Habron got the extra point to make it 26-0. That was a 12-play, 54-yard drive, and it was 4 minutes and 26 seconds long. And those are the stats that we have from the first half. Couple of TVC Ohio scores from around the area tonight. Meggs leads the Athens Bulldogs at halftime, 21-19. It's been a back-and-forth battle there. The Alexander Spartans lead the River Valley Raiders 7-0 that game at the half. And in the, I believe, halftime now in Nelsonville, the Nelsonville York Buckeyes lead the Wellston Rockets 33-6. So that's the scores around the TVC. Again, tonight the Vikings taking on Northwest. It's the Vikings non-conference week this week. And they'll be back in conference action next week as River Valley comes to town. And we will have that one right here on BMG.
Homecoming weekend.
Homecoming weekend next weekend, so should be a festive atmosphere. Should be a good crowd. Got the alumni band back next week. Should be a good show. And hopefully the Vikings can pick up a big win next week on homecoming night. But we've got 1 half left of this matchup against the Northwest Mohawks. The score 26-0. The Vikings will kick away to Northwest. And again, Northwest had an opportunity with a second left in the first half to score some points and came up just short on a pass play.
If you're either one of these ball clubs, Nathan, what do you want to do different here in this second half? What do you want to see if you're the Mohawks?
Just some sustained drives. They've had difficulties moving the football tonight, and they've lost a couple turnovers. So if Northwest can hold on to the ball and, find a way to put up more than 79 yards in this half like they did the first half, I think they could try to make a comeback here. But if you're the Vikings, you just want to keep doing what you're doing. Got a 26-point lead. Keep it up. As it kicks away, and this one's going to bounce out of bounds. So Northwest will start with good field position as we start this second half here. The first thing you want to do if you're Northwest is put some points on the board, because if you don't, the Vikings score one more time, you're looking at a running clock. And
that makes it difficult to get back in this one.
Yeah. So Northwest will start with the ball at the 35-yard line.
Tight formation.
Brown throws it, pops it over the middle, caught by Runyon. Nice little quick pass there.
Yeah, good first down play.
Picks up about 7 yards, and that's what you need if you're Northwest.
And 7 on the play. Second down.
Good start for Northwest the second half.
Second, 22-yard line.
So Brown's in the backfield. Runyon gets the handoff, and he's going to be met at the line and dropped. No gain on the play, so it'll be quickly a big third down.
Tackle was made by James Swain.
And we've seen Northwest go for it on fourth down from right around this position on the field.
Makes it 3rd and 3 from the 42-yard line.
Again, nothing doing on the ground for the Mohawks tonight. It's been difficult to get through that defensive line of Vinton County.
Yeah, big Hunter Hoyt there in the middle. Mr. Luke Dimmel at left tackle, and you got James Swain on the opposite side.
4 wide receivers, and we got a flag. It's going to be offsides against the Vikings, so that's going to be first down for the Mohawks.
On the Vikings, 5-yard penalty.
Not a bad way to start if you're a Mohawks fan.
So Northwest now at the 48-yard line with a first down.
47-yard line.
10:46 to go, third quarter. And there's a handoff, Runyon up the gut, and he'll get, still pushing forward, still going. And he's going to wind up picking up 5 yards. There. Hit at the line and just drove the pile.
Brown's handoff went to Connor Lentz.
Yeah, that was Lentz on the carry that time, not Runyon.
Tackle was made by Nash Yates. 46-yard line, pickup of.
Good to hear the sophomore Nash Yates out there on defense.
10:05 to go, third quarter. And there's a swing pass.
Ooh.
Ferguson.
Brown's pass intended for Ethan Ferguson is incomplete.
So third down now and 4.
From the 46-yard line of Vinton County.
Brown has it, hands, and swallowed up in the backfield.
That Luke
Dimmel got him. That was nice play by Luke Dimmel.
Like he was shot out of a cannon.
Came off the edge quick. Now it's 4th down and 7 for the Mohawks. They're going to go for it here, and if they don't pick this up, they'll be in jeopardy of a running clock as the Vikings lead 26-0. Again, 30 points is the running clock rule. $8:43 to go, third quarter. Trips to the near side. Brown back to pass, looking.
Reagan Newsom.
Nowhere to go, throws it. Incomplete as he was hit out of bounds by Newsom, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Pressure was on the play by Reagan Newsom.
Nice job of the secondary there, nobody open.
Turnover on downs, which makes it Vinton County first down.
Pretty good field position.
1st and 10 from the 50-yard line.
So 8:30 left, 26-0. The Vikings going to try to march down the field and turn this into a running clock here in the second half. We're already 4 minutes and 30 seconds into it. 3 minutes and 30 seconds into it. So Brown in the backfield with Schonborn. Schonborn takes the snap, hands to Brown. He looks to the right side, runs over a man, tackled after about a 3-yard gain, brought down by Campbell.
Campbell hung on for dear life there.
So the ball's at the 46-yard line. He's 2nd down and 6.
4 on the play. Makes it 2nd down, 6.
8:11 to go.
From the 46-yard line.
In the third quarter.
Uncovered. Here he comes.
2 wide receivers to the near side. Schonborn fakes it, keeps it himself, cuts straight up the gut, and he's brought down about a yard shy of the 1st down. Brought down on the play by Runyon. So 3rd down and 1 for the Vikings as they're at the 41-yard line. 7:35 to go, 3rd quarter. Schonborn hands to Brown. Brown trying to get that yard. He does. Gets a few more as he gets slung to the ground by Runyon. He picks up 6 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Vikings with 7:09 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Vikings just kind of in cruise control here. Turning up yardage.
Doing it on the ground so far in the 3rd quarter. I think that's maybe planned. Schonborn is in the backfield. He's going to throw it over to Hembry. Hembry gets hit immediately and dropped by Newman. So picks up about half a yard, but most importantly, he caught the ball and the clock rolls. Nearing the 6:30 mark in the 3rd quarter. This quarter's going by pretty quick, Brad.
It has.
And that's good for the Vikings. They hold a 26-0 lead. And Northwest showing the blitz. 2nd down 10. Handoff is to Brown. Brown shoots the gap, gets hit low, and dropped at the 31-yard line. So he'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. Again, Brad, a lot of big hits tonight.
Yeah.
Under 6 minutes now.
Pick up a 4 on the play, makes 3rd down 6.
Schonborn
31-yard line.
all alone in the backfield. And he's going to throw the screen to Brown, and it's just out of reach.
Pass intended for Garrett Brown.
May have had the 1st down there, Brad. He had a couple blockers out ahead of him.
Yeah, pretty confident he would have got to it right there.
It'd be 4th down and 6. So the clock stops, it feels like for the first time this quarter, at 5:43 to go.
If you're Vinton County here, you'd like to get this 1st down and continue to pull this clock down.
So they're going to hand it to Hembry. Hembry, nothing going that way. He cuts back, and he's going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. He's going to be a yard shy. He tried to get around the edge, and no room over there, so he cut back. So Northwest will get it back with 5:36 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Turnover on downs. Northwest takes over.
The Vikings
27-yard line.
drive it down inside the 30, but can't make anything happen.
27-yard line.
Northwest will come out with their 2nd drive of the 2nd half.
Spread the field.
Trips to this side. They're going to have a man open underneath, and they find him. And there's going to be about a 7-yard gain there by Reese Lute. Again, they had trips to the near side and only 2 in coverage as the safety was back deep. Vikings did the smart thing, covered the guys going deep, but left the short route open.
Well, and if you're Vinton County right now, you just don't want to give up any big plays and allow them to sneak back into this game.
Brown looking to pass. Now he's going to run, and he's going to be drugged down, but throws the ball away.
Luke Dimmel again.
And they're going to say he was outside of the pocket as he was trying to get rid of that in a hurry, Brad.
Yeah, Luke Dimmel's gotten a good push upfield on each of the last 2 plays and was able to affect that pass right there.
35-yard line, almost 34.
.448 to go, third quarter, third down, 4. Northwest with the ball at the 34. And Brown looking to the left side, throws, and it's caught. And it's caught for a first down as Runyon catches and falls forward. Yeah.
Nice first down conversion there. I think
Northwest, they're down to the 49.
Well, if you're Northwest, you gotta start to go tempo here just a little bit.
Mohawk, first down, first and 10 from their 44-yard line.
4:20 to go, third quarter. Runyon runs out wide. Brown throws over. Lentz has it. He's hit. And finally brought down. Picks up about 4 yards.
They got the 4 on the play.
3:58 to go, third quarter.
Starting to push the tempo now.
They are.
6.
Same formation.
Brown running out of time and space, and he goes down.
Tackle was made by the Vikings.
Hoyt collapsed the pocket. Looked like Dimmel and Owen Heyer got in on that one.
4-yard loss on the play.
So that takes him back
Third down, 10.
to the 44, and it'll be third down and 10 with 3:20 to go, third quarter. Again, probably 4-down territory for Northwest here in this situation.
Without a doubt.
So you don't need it all here, and Brown's going to run, and he's going to go across the 50, and he's going to get it all as he gets tackled. Well, they're going to mark him. Yes, it's going to be a first down by about a half a yard.
Brady Wolf, yardage enough for another first down.
The Vikings, 2 shutouts on the year, Brad. They're trying to pick up shutout number 3 with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. They're up 26-0.
Jake Brown, only a sophomore there, showing some poise, and still has a lot of time to grow.
Yeah.
Expand his game.
And there's a false start. Runyon.
Flag on the play.
So they'll go back 5. It'll be first down and 15 from the 50. With 2:25 left. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, Brad.
Well, some of us wore jacket this evening, Nathan.
Well, I have a jacket, but I just didn't put it on yet.
Okay.
I'm good. Fine.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
Is that a hand I see in your pocket over there? It looks like you're starting to get a little chilly.
Good. Cold-blooded.
Must be that Cleveland blood.
Brown looking for somebody, and hit. They're going to say incomplete. Hembry came in and hit Lute as soon as he touched the football. And you see the arm strength of Brown. Had that ball been fluttered, that could have been a pick by Hembry.
I'm sure the defense wants one. They've been able to do that the last few games. So been watching that defensive line here the second half. There's a pretty good rotation going on right now. We're seeing a lot of different numbers there on the line. They're rotating them in and out, and that's not something we've seen here, in the last few weeks.
2:10 to go, third quarter, second down, 15, ball at the 49-yard line. Brown throws and hit immediately by Eli Potter was Runyon, and he'll get the ball up to the 44, so they'll pick up that penalty back plus 1 yard, and it's third down and 9 as we're under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 26-0 is your score. And Brad, there's only been one touchdown since that first quarter.
Yeah, it's the pace has slowed just a little bit. We really thought it would be high-scoring affair there in the first quarter.
As Brown scrambles, and his hit is thrown, and it's picked off. Picked off by Owen Heyer.
Did he get hit by his own man there?
I think he ran into his own man, but the ball, he was trying to get rid of it, and it just hung up just enough.
Was intercepted by number 85, Owen Heyer.
Boy, he picked that right up off the turf. That was close. Talked about the defense and wanting another interception, and they got one.
Yeah.
1:29 to go, third quarter. The Vikings up 26-0. Trying to end this one here and push their record to 6-1.
.129 left in the third quarter.
Sean Bourne in the backfield with Brown. Two wide receivers to the near side. They're going to hand to Brown. Brown cuts back, straight up the gut. He's throwing his feet across the 50 to the 45, down to the 41.
Told you, he's due to break one here.
Tackle was made by.
So we'll pick up a first down on that first play on this drive. We're down to 1:10 to go, third quarter.
13 on the play makes another Vinton County Viking first down.
Good decision by Garrett that time. There was nothing on the right side. He just cuts it straight up the gut. And this time Parker's going to keep it. And he's going to cut back across the middle and get close to another first down. As he's down at the 31.
Parker's ability to run the ball has really kind of made this team a little bit more, three-dimensional. The pass, the run from the quarterback. I mean, that's something that we really didn't see out of Parker early on in the season.
Right. So 2nd and 1, 26 seconds left, third quarter. Parker back to pass. He's looking deep. Got a man open and broken up at the last second. And they're going to call pass interference on the quarterback, Jake Brown, for Northwest. Not sure about that one, Brad. The only thing I can say is that he did not turn for the ball. He just put his arms up, but I don't know if there was any contact.
No, I didn't see it, but opposite side of the field with his back to us, I don't know if he extended an arm into the chest and tried to kind of put some separation between him and the ball.
We'll have to rewatch that one and see what we can make of it. But nonetheless, the Vikings get a 15-yard gain there on that play. Again, the rule used to be a spot foul. It's not now. It's 15 yards. So Vikings will move down to the 15-yard line. They're inside the red zone. They're 2 for 2 tonight inside the red zone, and there's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Sean Moore takes the snap, hands to Brown. Crisscross play. Henry has it. Cuts up the middle across the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Hayburn. And the Vikings are now up 32 to zip.
We're into that running clock mode, so the fourth quarter will be very quick.
There's the replay, Brad. And we haven't really seen this yet tonight.
No, it's been a while since we've seen that crisscross play.
There we go. And good vision by Brown just to cut up the gut. He's got the speed. Garrett Brown having a night. All the offense having a night. Hembry having a night. Sean Moore with a couple tutties. And Cooper Hayburn gets another extra point. It's now 33-0 with 13 seconds left, Brad. Now we are in running clock territory for the second straight week.
With 13 seconds left in the third quarter.
Feels good to be on this side of it.
It is. It does. Now, when do we see the JV guys coming in?
Well, you're going to want to post a shutout first and foremost, I believe. So, offensively, if I'm coach, and again, I'm not a coach, but if it were me, I would say, okay, give my offense one more drive, whether that is early in the fourth quarter or if Northwest puts together a drive and eats up half the quarter, I'd give them one more drive as long as we got the ball before 5 minutes left. You get to that 5-minute mark up 33, then I probably sprinkle them in there.
I think you're right. I think you'll see them good bit on offense, but it'll be a little while before we see too many substitutions on defense.
And it's good to get Brock Moore some playing time.
Well, it's his brother, Jace.
Jace
Moore. We're
sorry.
used to saying Brock.
Yeah. That's been a few years ago.
It has.
Wow. Talk about, he was a beast too.
He was.
But, yeah, it's good to get Jace some playing time because, and the JV's had some pretty good success this year, but Parker Shawmore's a senior.
He is, and I'm sure he wants to put some stats up too.
Right, but you also have to look for the future, Brad. That's what I'm saying. So it's good to get the youngsters, especially with a big crowd like tonight, some time under the lights. So Vikings are going to kick off from the 40 here as we begin fourth quarter action. They're up 33-0, and the clock will roll as soon as that toe hits the ball. Brad, you still putting in 16-hour days? 3 a.m. starts?
At 3 a.m. I've been getting up and going to work, yeah.
I see you have a extra large Monster Energy up there on top.
Trying to keep myself motivated here.
And the Vikings kick it deep for the first time, and they're going to blow it dead. And a flag? What is this? Delay a game on the special teams. You don't really see that too much on a kickoff.
No.
I don't think Storm's setting back up at the 40. Are they going to mark it off? Yeah, there we go.
There we are.
So now what do you do? Same thing. The ball landed at about the 15-yard line.
Thing. It's like Storm just trying to kick it where there isn't any bodies.
Yes.
Kicking off for the Vikes.
So we've got the kicking ball back out there. Try it again. 5 seconds did run off the clock, though, Brad, because any in play now,
Running clock.
Ticks. Which, on a penalty, does the clock stop on a penalty?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Penalties and timeouts and injuries. So.
And I believe until this year it used to stop on the score, but now it doesn't stop until after the extra point.
And the ball is
loose.
Fumbled around and picked up at the 36. So nice job by Storm there. Kicking it 5 yards deeper. As that was Bell that covered that up. Another junior for Northwest. A lot of younger kids out there for these guys. Going to lose Lentz, but a lot of the other names we've called for Northwest are underclassmen, so you'll see them back. Again, this will, to our knowledge, will not be made up. We will not make a return trip to Northwest next year. We're looking for another Week 7 opponent, which are a little hard to come by. And Brown throws. Nice underneath route. And out of bounds was Lentz. And he picked up about 5 on the play. I think Northwest has the most success they've had has been that quick out pass, quick passes, whether it's on the outside or the inside. The quick strikes seem to be their best friend tonight.
Yeah, let their athletes get in space and see what they can do out there on the edges.
10:33 to go, fourth quarter. 33-0 Vikings lead. Brown looking to pass to the left side. This time when he goes down, he slips. Probably a good thing he did slip because there was a wall of Vikings getting ready to devour him.
Probably the best thing that could have happened to him.
So he'll go down and lose some yards back to the 34, and it'll be 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12.
Brad, I'm sure you've seen girls golf, TBC Ohio champions, first time in school history.
Yeah. How amazing is that?
That's awesome, and that's you know how passionate I am about golf. It's my bread and butter.
I think if you noticed down there before pregame, Bob was
they
interviewing
him
the
on the
girls
radio.
there on the radio.
Yeah. That's great. Love it. Love golf. And Brown's pass in and out of the hands of Newman. And Hembry right there. He's been right there all game long.
I'm sure he's itching for one.
But you see the arm strength and the speed and the trajectory of Brown's balls. I mean, they're coming out there fast.
Yes, that they are. They are, and we'd talked about that prior to the game, that he was just one of their most gifted athletes. You all right over there, Nathan?
I think we talked about Schultz all year from Alexander, sorry. Maybe the best passing quarterback we've seen, can throw it 60 yards in the air. This guy's going to give him a run for his money, I think.
Yeah, and
there's another pass, and this one's caught. Runyon, close to the first down. He's going to be right there on the sticks as it was fourth down.
Again, only a little over halfway through his sophomore year, so he's got another couple years to develop, you know.
So we'll see where they spot this.
Short of the line of game. Makes it.
So they're gonna measure. Are we gonna measure for the second time?
Wow. It looks a good bit short from here, but
it's behind the hash mark, and the stick is in front of the hash mark on the side. So just hope the 40-yard line's not crooked, Brad.
Well,
by the looks of it, I think there's a little kink in it.
There might be. Oh, it's well short.
And it's short, so the Vikings will take over by about 3 inches. With 8:19 left in the fourth quarter. So again, the Vikings going to trot the first team out like I thought. Give them one more drive and then send in the reserves.
Yeah, my thing, I just want to make sure we stay healthy.
Absolutely. But at the same time, we've seen the Vikings do things tonight that we haven't all year. In game, you know, it's important to have live reps, and you don't want to leave too many on the table, especially with some big games coming up. As Hembry's got it around the end, he cuts back up the middle and gets hit. Maybe picks up about half a yard.
I'll say one thing about this Northwest defense. There haven't been too many broken tackles. They've come up and made those tackles right now.
Yes.
We have not broken many tackles tonight and got through those.
Absolutely, and if you take away the two big pass plays, the score's not that bad.
No.
They've played pretty well on defense tonight. Again, they only gave up 7 points last week to Valley. Hand off to Brown. Brown runs into a wall. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. So it'll be third down and 6. The Vikings at the 42. With 7:20 left, clock rolling. Vikings up 33 to nothing.
Pick up a 4 on the play. Makes it third down and 6.
33-21 Athens leads Megs with 3:50 left in the third. So the Bulldogs.
That's been kind of back and forth.
It has been, but the Bulldogs trying to stretch that lead. Alexander 21, River Valley no score. That's in the fourth quarter. As Sean Moore throws it out, Brown's got it. Brown gets dropped
Pass complete to
about 3 yards shy of the line to gain. Again, another instant tackle, Brad. We've seen it all night from this Northwest team.
I commend Northwest because they're definitely pretty sound defensively. They tackle. When they come up and touch you, you're going down.
From the 38-yard line of Northwest.
Nelson Bjork 40, Wellston 6. And there's going to be handoff to Brown up the middle. He's going to be close to the line. I think he's short, Brad. From the far side, I think he's short. This might be another measurement.
It may be. It looks like the marker's just on the edge of the hash, and
Yeah, the ball is going to be just on the opposite edge.
Yeah.
So they're going to spot it over. Yeah, they're going to measure. Oh, no, they're not going to
Really?
measure. That one looked a little closer than the last one that we measured, but nonetheless, clock still rolls, 33-0, 5:30 to go. Now, if you get a stop here by the Vikings, I think you'll see.
We may not see the JV tonight.
you may see the second string offense out there. It looks like
I don't think Northwest is going to be in a big hurry. You may just see this game.
it's possible.
4 downs and a punt and pretty much be over.
Well, maybe not even 4 downs. 5 minutes left. Clock rolls. Brown looking to pass. Throws over. Luntz has it. He gets around one tackler, and he's off to the races. Across the 40. 25. He's still going. Across the 15, 10, 5.
Can Lane Habron keep the shutout?
And Habron tackles him at the 2. What an athletic play by Lentz. How many tackles did he break on that play?
And that one jump back to the inside there was great.
And the clock is stopped for a second. I'm not sure why, but it's 4:30 to go. Now you got to buck up.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want that shutout as a defense, you got to come up and do something now.
Northwest.
Brown looking to pass. Now he rolls to the right side, throws it away. That's got to be an intentional grounding. And they're not going to call it. He wasn't even outside the hash.
Ball's incomplete.
So he's second down and goal from the 2. We have 4 minutes left.
They're talking about, I don't know if there was somebody they could
There was
consider in the
no
vicinity.
one on that side of the field.
Makes it second and goal from the 3-yard
They
line.
may just, they're going to call
There
it.
it is.
There was all the receivers were lined up to the left side, and when Brown threw the ball, he was right on the hash line. So there's no way that because the ball was on the hash line, there's no way he was out of the pocket. So they'll lose 5 yards back to the 7 and a down. It'll be third down now. Should be third down. And the Vikings are going to call time.
Vinton County with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to play in the game.
Our Jake Brown has second down on the board, and it should be third.
Northwest
Well,
yet to score.
it says second down on the board.
It says it on the board, but it's third down. 5 yards and a loss of down, right? That's
It should be, yes, intentional grounding. But remember, first opening possession, we were wrong on the downs that time too, Nathan.
yeah, but we're in tune now.
Okay.
We need a buzzer to buzz down.
Something. There's still some discussion going on down there.
I don't think anybody's paying attention to it. I don't know why.
No, and their coaches are out on the field. I think they're wanting a clarification of some kind here.
So
It's still second down.
it's third and goal from the 7 with 3:38 to go. Clock starts right now. And there's a handoff, and brought down is Ferguson. Looks like Dimmel got him.
Hands off goes to Ethan Ferguson.
Somebody's hobbling down there, Brad.
Dimmel.
Yeah,
I think that's Potter.
it is.
So it now will be fourth down and goal from the 7.
Is it?
It absolutely is, Brad.
I think we're the only ones that think that here.
I don't
this
think
stadium.
it, Brad. I know it. I know the rule.
Well, call down there and get this thing changed.
I don't know anyone's numbers.
I can get a hold of Jake.
So fourth down, and the ball is passed to the corner of the end zone,
Nice.
and it's
Oh.
dropped as Lentz almost had the touchdown catch on fourth down. So
Let's do fourth down again, Nathan.
it's now fifth down and 7 from the 7-yard, fifth down and goal from the 7-yard line for the Northwest Mohawks. 2:40 to go in the fourth quarter.
Fourth and goal.
So we'll see if Northwest can score on fifth down.
You're not going to let it go, are you?
They're down 33-0, and the Vikings need this 5th down stop to preserve the shutout, as Northwest will line up with 3 wide receivers to the near side here on this 5th down. And Brown's going to look to throw, and it's going to be incomplete, so the Vikings hold on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th down. And they'll preserve the shutouts, as now all they need to do is just take a knee, and we'll be out of here.
Viking takes over 1st down.
Still got Parker Schonborn in.
Clayton Lester again on the cover.
Well, we're down under 2 minutes now.
Potter's still limping pretty good here.
Yeah, Potter needs to take a break here and
1st and 10.
stretch something,
7-yard line.
as they're looking at him now. Been a big part of the defense tonight was Mr. Potter.
He has, and honestly, you could probably say that week in and week out that he's a big part of that. He's kind of the emotional leader. I mean, he's just been somebody I didn't expect this year to be, leading this team the way he does.
So Northwest calls a timeout with 1:31 to go
31 seconds
after
to play
the
in the game.
Mohawks got the football. Big play by Lentz all the way down inside the 5-yard line on that last drive. The Vikings able to keep the Northwest Mohawks out of the end zone on 5th down and goal, and hopefully can run this clock out and preserve the shutout, Brad. It'll be back-to-back. The Vikings with 62 last week, 33 this week. If my math is correct, that's 95 points.
It is.
To 0 points in the last 2 games. I'll take that.
Yeah. Throw in that game 3 or 4 weeks ago there at Meg's.
54-0.
Yeah, that's 3 out of the last 4.
That's good. Vikings are cooking at the right time.
Well, and getting into the latter part of your schedule and hopefully into the playoffs, you need your defense to be clicking, and right now our defense is clicking.
Defense is playing very well. As good as the offense is, and we talk about the numbers they put up, the defense has played tremendous.
Yeah. I mean, if you're holding teams to 13 or less like they have done pretty much all season,
well, and
offensively you don't need a whole lot.
Yeah, so the Vikings are going to, I believe, take a knee here as we're at 1:22 to go. They're going to hand it off. And straight up the gut goes Brown. Or no, that's Hayburn. Hayburn's going to be, he's still on his feet.
Lane
Across the
says,
40.
I'm not
45,
going down.
50, down to the 49-yard line. So Lane's still racking up those stats.
A workman-like run there. He said, man, I just don't have the yards I
Wow.
want this game, so let's do it now.
Look at this. Had him by the collar. Thought they were going to get him down about the 30-yard line, but then he breaks another tackle, slips by another defender, and then it takes 3 guys to bring him down at the 48. Wow. I formation here, and the ball's fumbled, and Parker jumps back on it. Brad, you were talking about the defense for the Vikings. Did you know that this is the only defense in the state of Ohio?
That's big.
The state of Ohio, and maybe the nation. I'd have to double-check that. But it's the only defense in the state of Ohio this season to stop a team on 5th down and goal in a ball game.
I wasn't aware of that.
Schonborn takes the snap, and he's going to go down as they were looking for a home run ball, and they might have had it down the field. It looked like Moeller was all alone. But that's going to be the last play of the game, Brad, as the clock ticks down to 0. The Vikings are going to win. Move to 6-1. The first time since 1996 the Vikings have won 6 straight games. They're going to go for 7 next week as we come back home to play the River Valley Raiders and start league play back up. The Vikings 2-0 in conference play. Going to hopefully make it 3-0 next week before the showdown.
Don't forget the homecoming festivities next week.
Yeah, homecoming next week. So Thursday will be the homecoming parade. There'll be the bonfire. All the fall sports teams will announce their seniors. The band will be there to be a fun time.
I believe Monday is the Powder Puff game.
Monday is the Powder Puff game. You actually can come and watch. I
think it's like $2 to get in the door.
$2 to get in, and that should be pretty fun, pretty entertaining. As
you think there'll be fireworks during that game on Monday?
Maybe of a different kind, Brad. There's a reason that game was canceled for about 20 years. Look at that. Wow. What a show, man.
I love it.
That is incredible. We need to get those guys in Dundas next year.
Yeah.
We need to start passing around a bucket, taking collections. Whew. That's good. So homecoming next week. The Vikings move to 6-1 on the year. Brad, how great does that sound?
Great. It's been a lot of years here over the last 18 to 20 years that we couldn't have said that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was frustrating, but we always expected more out of our teams. And to be able to say 6-1, and really the only blemish being that 1-point loss, wow, what might have been, what could still be. We haven't had that in the history of Vinton County football. We've only had that one undefeated season.
Right.
And you mentioned the year earlier in the broadcast, 91.
Right.
Wow. 6-1, I'll take it.
6-1, we'll take it. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of teams would take that.
Yeah.
So, do we have any stats yet, Brad? I know sometimes the end-of-game stats we get pretty slow.
They might have just come through.
They did. Okay. We'll read over the stats real quickly. First picture, I'm not sure what that was. Stats provided by Lugs Herald, the greatest statistician, and his spotter, Tenney McManus.
Might be Lugs' lunch or something in that first picture.
Vinton County first downs, 18. Northwest, 8. 40 rushes for 204 yards for the Vikings. 16 rushes for 16 yards for the Mohawks. 173 passing yards for Northwest. They were able to do a pretty good job there in the second half of racking up those stats.
Two big plays, one late in
right.
the first half and one late in the second half. A lot of that yardage came on.
113 for the Vikings. Northwest was 13 of 26 passing with one interception. The Vikings were 6 of 13. Not much passing in the second half, which really need it. So total yards, total plays for Northwest, 42 for 189 yards, 53 for 317 for the Vikings. They continue to churn out 300-plus yard games. Let's see. Fumbles, there were 2 for Northwest and 2 for the Vikings. Northwest with 8 penalties for 50 yards, and something that we didn't mention during the broadcast, I don't think. Only 3 penalties tonight for the Vikings, and that's
that was something we needed to work on.
Yes, absolutely. Time of possession, 24 minutes, 13 seconds for the Vikings, 23:47 for the Mohawks, so that was pretty close. Both teams 4 of 11 on third downs. Vikings 3 of 5 on fourth down, or 3 of 5 on fourth downs. Northwest 1 of 4 on fourth downs and 0 of 1 on fifth downs. And the Vikings scored all 3 times into the red zone, and the Mohawks were in the red zone once and did not score. 3 sacks for the Vikings and 1 for Northwest. And that's pretty much it, Brad. 33-0, no scoring in the third quarter. The Vikings with 1 score in the third quarter to start that running clock. So, as far as we know, the River Valley Raiders were down tonight at home against Alexander. So it looks like they're going to come into next week still looking for that first win on the season. So another important game not to overlook, because looming 2 weeks from now, Bradley, the Nelsonville York Buckeyes.
Yeah, we don't want to look ahead to week 9 there. Right now it looks like River Valley still trails Alexander 21-0 sometime in the fourth quarter there. But don't want to play peekaboo and look ahead to week 9, because River Valley come in here ready to go, knowing it's your homecoming, and if they could spoil it for you, they will.
Yes. So we want to thank our sponsors again tonight before we jump off here. Lockard Insurance, Buckeye Construction and Restoration, SF Restoration, Still Isle Construction, Strickland Sales, McWilliams Funeral Home, the Patio Grubs and Suds, Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce, DDF Seamless Gutters, Precision One Masonry, Spring Street Sports, and Green Smith Photography. We thank you. So, Brad, we're gonna sign off. It seems to be the more the Vikings win, the more interviews that Coach has to do.
Yeah, and we're kind of last because we're the furthest away.
Yes, we are.
And he spends quite a time on the sidelines and then gets to the booth and was with the radio a while. And
yes,
we'd be here another 45 minutes, and I don't think they want to listen to us just talk about.
Probably not. So, so we'll go ahead and end the broadcast tonight. Again, one last time, the Vikings take on the Mohawks, and they take them down by a score of 33-0 tonight. The Vikings move to 6-1 on the season, and they'll look to improve on that next week when we come back home for homecoming. Again, we'll be back live next week on the air. If you can't make it, we'll be here to bring it to you. So, for my partner, Brad Rose, I'm Nathan Lamb. This has been BMG Media's live coverage of Vinton County Vikings football. We'll see you later.
Go Vikes.